I ended my relationship after my best friend gave me proof my boyfriend was cheating. Now I found out it was fake and he's already moved out, and I can't contact him, and I'm losing my mind. My boyfriend, Tom, is 37 and I am 28, and we have been together for 3 years, and he's been a very affectionate and loving boyfriend during that time. I would have said yes if he proposed to me. Kim is a friend that he knows from work. I've always been a little uncomfortable with their relationship, but I never had a reason to believe that Tom and Kim were doing anything behind my back until my friend, Jess, 36, told me that she saw them at dinner together on a Friday night where Tom told me he was working late. Obviously, I was devastated. Tom is the most stand-up and honest man I know, so I never expected in a million years that he would even lie to me, let alone have an affair. I didn't believe Jess at first, but then she showed me a blurry picture of the two together. I couldn't see either of their faces, but I saw body figures that greatly resembled both of them. I also saw the man wearing a watch. Tom always wears a watch, and Tom's favorite Vineyard Vines tie thrown over his shoulder. I was convinced. Jess told me that if I could get my boyfriend's phone, she could bypass the password and access all the messages on it, even the deleted ones. One day, I gave her the phone, and later she handed me a stack of papers claiming to be messages between Tom and Kim, which supposedly proved an affair. I was devastated. The messages even showed him using the same nickname for her that he used for me, and that cut really deep. I tried to approach Tom with this information in mind casually. I asked him, "Do you have anything to tell me?" I tried to be extra affectionate and loving with him throughout this, and he always reciprocated the love, which disgusted me, but gave me hope that he'd end his alleged affair with Kim. Every time I jumped through Jess's hoops to check, Jess would tell me that the affair was still ongoing. After 2 weeks of this, I yesterday confronted Tom with everything, and unsurprisingly, he denied it. I told him that I was willing to fight for our relationship if he was willing to meet me halfway. Tom continued to deny everything, and he told me that if I didn't believe him, then we had no relationship. I didn't believe him. He slept on the couch and promised me he'd be out of the house by the end of the week. I was so upset last night, I could not sleep. I cried for a really long time, and Tom heard me crying. He even tried to come in and comfort me, but I cussed him out and told him to leave. This morning, Jess was busy with work, so I went to a tech-savvy friend, John, for help with what Jess had done traditionally. I gave John the phone, and he told me that my demands were impossible. He said you cannot bypass the password on my boyfriend's phone. It's a work phone, without deleting the text messages. I teased him about not being as familiar with this stuff as he thought, but he adamantly stuck with his claim. When I showed him the papers that Jess gave me, he told me they were fake, and he proved to me they were fake by making his own. F my life. I have absolutely no idea what to do, and no one to talk to about this. John told me he's looking into everything, but I don't know if he'll come up with much. When I came home, Tom was already gone with his stuff, and I have no way of reaching him directly because I'm the one with his phone. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what's really going on in my life anymore. Edit number 1. Lots of questions about this, so I'll try to clarify. I took my boyfriend's phone when he went out for his run since he doesn't listen to music when he's jogging. The runs sort of contributed to my suspicious, but he's been doing this since I've met him. When I confronted my boyfriend, I didn't show him the proof, but I told him I had conclusive evidence, and he said that that was impossible. At the time, I thought he was lying. Jess has not replied to any of my voicemails or messages. Best comments. Did it not ring any alarms when she showed you those messages between them? Didn't you ever wonder how she even got them in the first place? I gave her the phone. I thought there was software or whatever that lets you do that. Why did you believe her word over your boyfriend? It wasn't her word over his. It was his word against her evidence. Jess is engineering your breakup to get at your man. Not gonna lie, there are ways to bypass security measures on some phones, and there are ways to retrieve deleted correspondence on some phones, but realistically, it's unlikely that your friend has the knowledge or ability. Stop trying to contact Jess. She's not your friend and is pretty obviously lying to you. She fabricated this situation. Do Jess and Tom have a history of not liking each other? Apologize to Tom. Don't give any excuses. Just apologize and admit that you know now that you were wrong. You've put 3 years into a relationship that you obviously care about. It'd be a shame to not try and mend it. This is one of those rare situations where the issue is semi-complex and the solution is simple. Cut one person out and try to fix the bridge you may have burned with the other. Jess did this because she's jealous. The question is, of what is she jealous? She likes your boyfriend and she wants him for herself. Or does she have a crush on you and wants your boyfriend out of your life? Or is she the kind of friend who doesn't have anyone in her life and wants her friends to be miserable like she is? I don't see any other possibilities, but I don't understand why you want to know. Just block her, never contact her again, and try to explain to your boyfriend what happened, begging and pleading. Update number 1 4 days later. I returned Tom's phone to him, and we talked about the situation. I tried to explain everything, but he said that the trust in our relationship was irreparable and that I need to learn how to effectively communicate my concerns. He's a firm believer that without trust, there is no relationship, so we've officially split up. He initiated no contact, and I have not spoken with him since. I finally got a hold of Jess through the phone, and she admitted she lied, but she won't tell me why. I'm sure she has not slept with Tom, but I can't be sure she isn't trying. I'm unbelievably mad right now, mostly at myself. Best comments. But just to clarify, you are also never talking to this psycho Jess chick again, I hope. I want to know why she did this to me. Would you honestly believe her when she explained why? Because I sure as hell wouldn't. Let the crazy go. Why didn't you cut Jess out as a friend? Do you really think a liar will suddenly start telling the truth? If you don't get rid of her, you're only going to create more problems. Go ahead and pretend that hearing her side will give you closure, or that showing her how much she hurt you will somehow change her. But in reality, you've pushed away your trustworthy boyfriend for your lying friend, and she's still keeping the liar. I did dump Jess as a friend. I don't want to pile on Opie, but she gave her friend her boyfriend's phone, and the friend claimed to have cracked the passcode and printed out all his salacious text messages with his affair partner. Why didn't she ask to see the actual messages on the phone? Opie is too naive. Even I, a not particularly tech-savvy person, knows that cracking an iPhone's passcode is well-nigh impossible. That's why people get all those phishing texts after their phone is stolen. Even criminal gangs can't do it, much less your random, nosy friend. Most people are just not very tech-savvy. As a tech-savvy person, it is always surprisingly to me how little people understand about the inner workings of current tech. It's basically magic to them. They think it works like in movies and series, where you need some magic program with beautiful graphics, and then 20 seconds later, the password of the phone is cracked.